Hello, this is D and I'm back with another video. Well, today we're going to take our second look at Jedi Survivor. Now, the first time we played this game, it's on the channel. I'll link it in the description down below. We were playing with an RTX 4090 and the performance was all over the place. Now, I've heard that an RTX card is not the best for this game. For some reason, it's not being utilized properly. However, there are claims that the 7900 XTX and other various AMD GPUs are performing better in this game. So today we're going to take it through its paces and see if this is indeed the case. Now, as you can see, we have 90 FPS and I actually have ray tracing turned on. So we're going to go through the settings here. And as you can see, as we go into the visuals, we're running this at 4K. Everything is maxed out, just like it was on the RTX 4090 build. VSync is turned off. Now, we'll turn it on later on so you can see the smoothness of the gameplay. But for now, we want to see the full metrics, so we turn VSync off. Ray tracing is turned on, and Fidelity FX Super Resolution, or FSR2, is set at quality. So all the settings are virtually the same as our RTX 4090 build. This computer has a 5800X3D in it. The other computer has a 7900X. So the CPUs, they're pretty close. And at 4K, you're not really going to see a big difference in the CPUs. So that shouldn't really make a difference in the overall performance. So let's get into it here. We're going to continue where we left off. And what I'm probably going to do is throughout this gameplay, I'm going to have the RTX 4090 at the same spots compared to the 7900 XTX so we can get a good judge on performance. So right here, I'm going to leave it side by side. And I say we'll leave it here for about 10 seconds. And the RTX 4090 should be loaded up right beside this video right now. Now, I don't know what happened, but somehow my audio got lost from my original recording, so I have to redo it over this video. And as I was watching this video, I also noticed that the bitrate is a little bit down compared to my usual upload, so I do apologize if the visual quality is not quite the same. Now, on the right, we have the RTX 4090. On the left, we have the 7900 XTX from AMD. Now, look at the CPU utilization for the 5800X. It's at 46, 47, 45%. When we look over at the 7900X, it seems to be lower. It's running at 37, 36% utilization, which is kind of unacceptable. Now, it does jump up to like 40, 41, 42, but it's still fully not being utilized, which is kind of unacceptable. Now, when we look at the GPU side, we see that AMD is using anywhere from 95 up to 100% of the GPU. Over on the RTX 4090, we're using anywhere from 45, 50 to maybe 58% of the GPU. So it's not fully utilizing Nvidia's GPUs. CPUs on both ends are not being fully optimized. So it just shows you that this game is kind of a mess. And I'm hearing that people on Intel are having an even harder time getting stable frame rates on this game. Now, as we see, AMD pretty much is staying over 60 FPS most of the time. Nvidia, the RTX 4090, it is dropping below 60 FPS in certain scenes. And this is unacceptable because this is running with ray tracing and we even have FSR2 on. So there's no way that AMD should be outperforming the RTX 4090. But here you have it, it actually is in a ray tracing title. And it's kind of funny to say that AMD is outperforming an RTX 4090 in ray tracing. But this is the case. And this just shows you that this game is not fully optimized. And it's really sad to see this because honestly, this game is fantastic. And I also wonder, how did this game get such high scores? How come none of the reviewers mentioned that this game had any type of performance issues? There was not one review that I can recall that mentioned this. Gamers were kind of blindsided with the performance that they're getting on this game on PC. Now, consoles, it is performing a little bit better, but there is some issues on the console, but nothing near what we're getting on PC. And I gotta say, it is kind of sad. Every big PC release game this year, it has been a mess. Most of them have come broken. I would say like 95% of the big AAA titles on PC this year have arrived broken at launch, and it is really sad to see. Now here we see that the Nvidia GPU is at 60 FPS, whereas the 7900X was 75, going up to 80 frames per second, which is a huge divide over an RTX 4090, which is a more expensive GPU. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this game, it needs to be optimized. The RTX 4090 is the better GPU between the 7900 XTX, but I have to say the performance shows for itself. This game, AMD is definitely outperforming Nvidia. Now, the developers, they have released some information that they are going to patch this game. So I hope in the next week that we get much better performance out of it. I think right now it kind of is what it is with this game. AMD is outperforming Nvidia. And I guess that's the big takeaway for today, that it's just borked, because there's no way a 7900 XTX should be outperforming an RTX 4090. So if you have an AMD GPU, I would say a 6800 XT and up, you're gonna be fine playing this game right now. You're gonna get acceptable performance. If you have an RTX 4090, expect to get drops under 60 FPS, which is unacceptable for a card that costs $1,600. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Personally, I'm disappointed in the performance of this game. This game truly is a fantastic playing game. It's just the performance. The performance is horrible. And honestly, until the game is patched, I can't really recommend you going out and getting it. If you do have it and you have an AMD GPU, you should be fine. If you have an RTX 4090 and below, expect poor performance until the game is properly patched. Now, I also want to add that this recording was done after the first initial patch, so it already has a performance update and we're still getting this performance. So it is what it is, and I want to know what you guys think about all of this. What do you think about the poor PC launches this year? Do you have an RTX 4090? Are you experiencing problems with this game? Do you have a 7900 XTX? What is your performance like? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.